I don't know if you're having problems with the composition. I don't know if you're having problems with the arrangement. I don't know if you're having problems with the mixing. A lot of people struggle with mixing or mastering. I would like to know in the comment section what's your biggest struggle when it comes down to writing music for royalty-free libraries and for stock libraries. Hello friend, Daniel here with stockmusiclicensing.com. I'm bringing you the best tips and strategies for selling your music on royalty-free libraries. Now, what's your biggest struggle when it comes down to writing music for media or for stock libraries, aka royalty-free libraries? I'll go first and I'll tell you what's my biggest struggle. My biggest struggle is when the equipment that you have doesn't work properly. And I'll give you an example. I just bought this new MacBook Air with the M1 chip in it. And ever since I got this amazing piece of machine, somehow things do not work properly. Plugins don't work properly. Logic is behaving in a very erratic way. And I'll give you just an example. I'm working on this brand new music track. And this is the kind of things that I have to deal with. So check this out. I have no idea what's going on behind Logic and what's going on with this really weird artifacts. Stuff is being moved around somehow. There's little gremlins inside the computer or the software. I just don't have any explanation. And the track is supposed to sound like this. Now, I'll give you another example. As soon as I turn on my MacBook Air, brand new MacBook Air Pro, or it's not a Pro anymore. I used to have a MacBook Pro, now it's just a MacBook Air with an M1 chip in it. Now, as soon as I turn on the machine, somehow it doesn't recognize the external monitor. So I have to literally unplug the Thunderbolt dinghy, which has all the USB things plugged in, like external hard drive and various other gadgets to it. So I have to literally physically unplug it and plug it back in order for the monitor to actually register. And this is something that happened just quite recently, by the way. As soon as I got it and plugged in everything, it seems to be working fine, and all of a sudden overnight it just doesn't recognize it. So I have to literally like unplug it, plug it back in. At times it doesn't recognize as well the Focusrite solo interface, which again is brand new, and in the beginning it was working fine. Now it's not. I decided to give a full stop to any upgrades whatsoever because I've just upgraded again. I think it was Logic. I upgraded iMovie and some other app, whatever. I upgraded as well the Mac Big Sur to the latest one. So as soon as I see any upgrades, I just press upgrade, and as soon as I do that, all hell breaks loose. I noticed that certain things don't work properly, so I decided to give it a full stop to any upgrade whatsoever. Any app that wants to upgrade at this very moment with my new laptop is gonna have to wait. So I don't really understand what's the biggest problem when it comes down to writing music for you. I don't know if you're having problems with the composition. I don't know if you're having problems with the arrangement. I don't know if you're having problems with the mixing. A lot of people struggle with mixing or mastering. So I would like to know in the comment section what's your biggest struggle when it comes down to writing music for royalty-free libraries and for stock libraries. Because I wish I had maybe some of your problems, because to be quite honest, having technical problems and technical issues with the gear that you just bought that's supposed to be working seamlessly, it should be everything, let's go. I still encounter on a day-to-day basis a lot of issues. And there's no explanation behind it. I don't know what's happening. I try to save the sessions and maybe see what it's doing. Why is it sounding like this? I'm sure there's an explanation. But it's a real turn off when it comes down to writing music, and I know exactly what I need to do, but then the gear is not performing. So that's a real bad situation to be in, because if you don't know how to write music, at least you can learn. And the technical aspect is already been sorted if you're not suffering from what I'm suffering. The same goes with the arrangement. If you don't know how to arrange, you can always learn, and at least you don't have to worry about making sure that the software is working. The same is with mixing and mastering. Leave a comment below of what's your biggest struggle when it comes down to writing music for royalty-free libraries. Let me know if it's the composition, the arrangement, is it the actual mixing, the mastering. I would love to know what's your biggest struggle. I have shared with you today what's my biggest struggle at this very moment. I hope this video finds you well. If you're new to music licensing or to royalty-free libraries, I have done a free workshop where I teach you how to earn between $500 to $1,000 per month selling music on royalty-free libraries. And as always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.